Hello everyone, I'm here at American University in Washington, D.C. And as you can see, this is an Easter Island head, as some people call them, but although they are not just heads, the proper term is a Moai. It's an indigenous term. And yeah, these are, people call them heads because the heads are disproportionate to the bodies, and often the bodies will be buried underground. But for those of you who don't know what Easter Island is, it's a territory of Chile, and it's located quite a distance from mainland Chile, in Oceania, and it actually makes up the, more specifically in the region of Oceania known as Polynesia. And Polynesia is bordered by New Zealand to the west, Hawaii to the north, and Easter Island to the east or southeast, I guess. So so this makes up one of the borders of the Triangle of Polynesia. And so it's a Polynesian island with Polynesian peoples. There's ruins on Easter Island, actual indigenous ruins, and there's I believe around 1,000 of these left, and I think around 75 to 80 have actually been removed from Easter Island and put in museums. There's some in the Smithsonian in DC, some in the Louvre, and various other museums. So this is a Moai, and this one I believe is a replica. I know at least the eyes are a replica. A lot of the eyes didn't actually survive from ancient times. They deteriorated, so I know that at least the eyes are a replica, but it is definitely made from actual Easter Island stone. I don't think it's actually an original one. I think they stopped being made around 1700 AD, around when the Europeans arrived, and they started making them around 1,000, I believe, AD. But they're incredible figures. And I believe the tallest one's something like 30 feet tall. The tallest one's massive. And you can see the plaque here. You can see they have indigenous script here. Rapa Nui is the indigenous name for Easter Island. It was named because it was discovered by Europeans, discovered in quotes, on Easter. So that's why they named it Easter Island. But the indigenous name is Rapa Nui, so you can see Rapa Nui. It's a national park known as Rapa Nui National Park. For people of Rapa Nui greet their friends of the United States of America. The sculpture called a Moai is a gift from Friendship with Chile to the American University. It is carved from volcanic rock on Easter Island, also known as Rapa Nui in the South Pacific. So yeah, given in 2000, and I believe this is a replica, but carved from actual volcanic stone on Easter Island or Rapa Nui. It's pretty neat, pretty cool to see. There are actual ones at the Smithsonian, like I said, that are protected in the museum, but this one is sort of out in the elements here at American University. And I don't know why American University got one, but I guess because it's just a big university in DC. But yeah, really cool, and super cool little piece of history here, even if it may not be that old actually. And just a really neat sculpture. And I've been here before, and I just want to make a quick video on that because it is cool. I'd love to have one in my yard one day, at least a replica, probably not an actual one. But and you can see the explicit carving there at the front with the hands and area there, and then you can see that it almost looks like a petroglyph, like a human carving on the back, and you can see it goes down there. So yeah, a lot of them, especially the one at the British Museum, actually is the most famous, and that was considered sacred. That's the most important Moai. It was actually housed in a chamber that they built on Easter Island, and it has all sorts of carvings in the back, and it was originally covered in paint. But the paint, the British came and took the Moai, so it's believed to be stolen. It's not believed to be stolen. The Easter Island people consider it stolen, and the Rapa Nuians, I guess, have demanded that the British Museum give it back, and maybe one day it will be given back, as I believe it should. But for now, it sits in the British Museum, and anyone can go see it. It was damaged because the British, they put it on a cart, and they sort of hauled it away, and they scraped all the paint off and everything. It just sort of came off as they were bringing it away, but they sort of stole it. But British Museum's an amazing place. They have artifacts from all over the world, including the most famous, most important and sacred Moai of all. But I hope to visit Easter Island one day. There's actually an endemic palm species there that went extinct because it was hunted to extinction. Some people consider it a Jubea, a member of the Jubea genus. Some people think it's actually Jubea chilensis variety. Some people actually, but recently and controversially, it was moved to its own genus. I believe it's Pashalococcus is the name of the genus, Cocos. Pashalococcus after, because there wasn't actually any genetic evidence. Just the seeds, which are all that are left, are just some seed fragments, pollen samples. That's all that's left. The palms have been hunted to extinction by the indigenous people I believe a couple hundred years ago, and kind of sad. I wish they were still there. Maybe something can be done about that, and we could try to save the palm or bring it back, sort of resurrect it from extinction. But yeah, hunted to extinction. So that's kind of unfortunate, but there are coconuts there. It's a tropical place, so not only the flora, but also the incredible history and culture is one of the reasons it's probably on the top of my bucket list for traveling to. Would love to see it. I'm a big indigenous and ancient history fan, especially Pacific Island history and Native American history. I love all that. Very fascinating. So really cool to see this, even if it may not be original. I'm not exactly sure, but I doubt that I have an actual authentic Moai here here out in the elements, but it definitely is actually carved from the stone by islanders, so it's pretty neat, even if it's not ancient. So really cool. Yeah, Moai here at American University in Washington, D.C., and you can come visit it in this little courtyard here. Take care, folks. Stay tuned for more videos and have a good one.